From the rough streets of Omaha to the top of the boxing world, Terence "Bud" Crawford didn't just fight opponents, he dismantled legends. This is not just a story about boxing. It's a story about hunger, pain, perseverance, and an unbreakable will. Terence Allen Crawford was born on September 28, 1987, in Omaha, Nebraska, a city not known for producing world champions, but known for its grit. He grew up in the north side of town, surrounded by poverty, gang violence, and hard truths. In a neighborhood where survival was the only guarantee, Bud learned early that life wouldn't hand him anything. His mother, Deborah, was tough, real tough. She raised Terence and his siblings with a kind of brutal love that only someone from those streets could understand. She even offered $10 to any kid who could beat her son in a fight. None ever collected. That fire? It was there from the start. At just 7 years old, Terence put on his first pair of boxing gloves. And from the moment he stepped into the gym, people knew this kid wasn't ordinary. He had raw talent, freakish reflexes, and a mean streak that made older fighters nervous. Through his teenage years, Crawford carved out a name for himself in the amateur circuit. He won over 70 bouts, racked up national accolades, and came just short of making the U.S. Olympic team. But disappointment didn't break him. It lit a fire. In 2008, he turned professional under top-rank promotions. No hype machine, no media circus, just a young fighter from Omaha ready to prove himself. And prove himself he did. In 2014, Crawford traveled to Scotland to face Ricky Burns for the WBO lightweight title. Burns was the champion, the hometown hero. But none of that mattered. Crawford boxed circles around him, dominating from bell to bell, and walked away with his first world title. But that was only the beginning. In 2016, he faced Viktor Postol, an undefeated knockout artist. Analysts expected a war. What they got was a clinic. Crawford dropped Postol, confused him with angles, and completely neutralized him. That night, fans and critics finally agreed. Bud was different. Then came the Jeff Horn fight in 2018. Horn had controversially defeated Manny Pacquiao the year before, and many thought he was legit. Crawford didn't just beat him, he dismantled him. A ninth-round TKO made it clear Bud wasn't here to play. But the pinnacle of his career? That came on July 29, 2023. Errol Spence Jr., undefeated, unified champion, and considered Crawford's equal, stood across the ring in Las Vegas. It was billed as a 50-50 fight. What happened was anything but. Crawford switched stances effortlessly, slipped punches with fluid grace, and punished Spence with precise, brutal combinations. In the second round, he dropped him. Then again, then again. The referee stopped the fight in the ninth round, but the beating felt over long before that. Terence "Bud" Crawford had become the undisputed welterweight champion of the world. And not just that, he was now the first male fighter in boxing history to become undisputed in 2 different weight divisions in the four-belt era. 40 wins, 0 losses. 31 knockouts, a perfect record, a perfect storm. Outside the ring, Crawford is a man of few words, but many responsibilities. He's a father to 6 kids and deeply involved in their lives. Family first, always. His roots are still in Omaha. He built a gym there, he gives back. He never forgot where he came from, but make no mistake. He's had his battles outside the ring too. Promotional issues, lawsuits, public beefs with other fighters. The politics of boxing often tried to box him in. He fought through it all. And never once did he duck a challenge. So what's next? He's hinted at moving up to 154 pounds. There's talk of a rematch with Spence. Maybe even a super fight with Jermell Charlo. Whatever it is, Crawford isn't slowing down. His training is still intense. His focus, razor sharp. His mindset, kill or be killed. Financially, Bud's good. His net worth is reportedly over $10 million. He's not flashy, but he's smart. He keeps his money tight, his team tighter, and his business clean. He's been linked to a long-term partner, though he mostly keeps his private life private. So where does that leave us? In a sport where hype often trumps heart, Terence Crawford is a rare breed. He's never needed the bright lights to shine. He let the work speak, He let the fists talk. He built his name without shortcuts, without scandals, without selling out. Some say he's already among the all-time greats. Others think he still has more to prove. But if he retired today, undefeated, undisputed, and untouched, what more would you really need? He's a switch hitter with knockout power in both hands, a defensive genius, a killer in the ring, and above all, a survivor. So when the lights go down and the gloves finally come off, what will they say about Terence "Bud" Crawford? They'll say he came from nothing and gave the world everything. They'll say he never ducked a soul. They'll say he was the truth before it was cool to be the truth. And maybe, just maybe, they'll say he was the best to ever do it.